Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for anyone in a relationship or thinking about entering one. We're going to talk about the 10 things you should never sacrifice for a relationship, inspired by a beautiful Buddhist Zen story. Relationships are about balance and mutual respect, and it's important to maintain your individuality and core values. Let's get started. Number 1. Your self-respect. In any relationship, it's essential to maintain your dignity. A true partner will respect you and value you for who you are. The Zen story goes that a wise monk once said, "Self-respect is the root of all virtues." If you lose respect for yourself, you lose the foundation of your soul. Always remember, self-respect is non-negotiable. Number 2. Your family and friends. These are the people who have supported you and loved you before your partner came into your life. A healthy relationship should enhance your social bonds, not isolate you. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of community and the interconnectedness of all relationships. Don't sacrifice your support network for one person. Number 3. Your dreams and goals. We all have aspirations and dreams that define us. A supportive partner will encourage you to pursue them, not ask you to give them up. The Zen story tells of a young monk who left his monastery to find enlightenment elsewhere, but his master reminded him, "True enlightenment is found in the pursuit of your own path. Keep striving for your goals, no matter what." Number 4. Your values and beliefs. These are the core principles that guide your life. A healthy relationship respects both partners' beliefs. In Zen Buddhism, the teachings often remind us to stay true to our own principles and live a life of integrity. Compromising your values for someone else is never the answer. Number 5. Your peace of mind. Mental well-being is crucial. A relationship should bring peace and joy, not constant stress and anxiety. Zen practices teach us the importance of inner peace and mindfulness. If a relationship is causing you more harm than good, it's time to reconsider its place in your life. Number 6. Your independence. Even in a loving relationship, it's important to maintain a sense of independence. Zen philosophy often highlights the balance between connection and individuality. Don't lose yourself in the process of being with someone else. Keep your own identity and autonomy intact. Number 7. Your joy and happiness. A relationship should enhance your happiness, not diminish it. The Zen story of the laughing Buddha reminds us that true happiness comes from within. Don't let a relationship take away your joy. Protect your happiness and cherish it. Number 8. Your time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential for your well-being. Whether it's meditating, exercising, or just taking a quiet moment for yourself, self-care should never be sacrificed. Zen teachings emphasize the importance of self-awareness and self-compassion. Make time for yourself always. Number 9. Your personal growth. A good relationship supports and encourages your growth. The Zen concept of beginner's mind encourages continuous learning and growth. Don't let a relationship stunt your personal development. Keep learning, growing, and evolving. And finally, number 10. Your freedom. Freedom is a fundamental human right. A healthy relationship allows both partners the freedom to be themselves. In Zen, freedom is the state of mind where one is free from attachment and aversion. Don't let a relationship cage you. Embrace your freedom and allow your partner to do the same. Story on things you should never sacrifice for a relationship. Our story begins in a small village nestled in the mountains. There lived a young woman named Eiko, known for her kindness and wisdom. Eiko had dreams of becoming a renowned artist, and she spent her days painting the beautiful landscapes around her village. One day, a traveler named Hiro arrived in the village. Hiro was charming, adventurous, and quickly won Eiko's heart. They fell deeply in love, and Eiko felt as if she had found her soulmate. However, as their relationship grew, Hiro began to demand more and more of Eiko's time and attention. He didn't understand why she spent so much time painting and often asked her to skip her art sessions to be with him. Eiko loved Hiro and wanted to make him happy, so she began to sacrifice her painting time. She started missing her early morning painting sessions and gave up attending art exhibits in the nearby town. Not long after, Hiro's behavior changed. He became more controlling, asking Eiko to distance herself from her friends and even her family. Eiko, blinded by love, complied. She stopped seeing her friends and rarely visited her family. As time passed, Eiko felt a deep sense of loss. She missed painting, her friends, and the joy of sharing her art with others. She realized that she was losing herself in the relationship. One evening, as she sat by the river where she used to paint, an old monk approached her. The monk, sensing her distress, shared a Zen teaching: a true relationship is like two pillars supporting a roof. They stand together but don't lean on each other. They support but don't overshadow. Remember, your soul needs space to breathe and grow. Eiko took the monk's words to heart. She decided to talk to Hiro about how she felt. She explained the importance of her art, her friends, and her family. Hiro, however, didn't understand and became angry. Eiko realized that for her to be true to herself, she needed to make a difficult decision. With a heavy heart, she ended the relationship. Eiko returned to her art, rekindled her friendships, and reconnected with her family. She found joy again in painting and even held her first solo exhibition, which was a great success. The lesson she learned was invaluable: never sacrifice your core values, passions, and relationships for someone else. True love supports and nurtures. It doesn't demand and diminish. Now let's talk about the lessons we can learn from Eiko's story and how we can apply them in our own lives. First, never sacrifice your passions and hobbies. Eiko's love for painting was an essential part of her identity. In real life, keep pursuing what you love. Make time for your hobbies and interests, and don't let a relationship take that away from you. Second, cherish your support network. Eiko's friends and family were her pillars of support. Maintain strong connections with your friends and family. They provide valuable support and perspective, especially when you face challenges in your relationship. Third, stay true to your core values. Eiko valued her independence and creativity. Identify your core values and ensure that your relationship respects them. Communicate openly with your partner about what's important to you. Fourth, maintain your independence. Like Eiko, it's crucial to keep your sense of self. Balance your relationship with personal time and space. Encourage your partner to do the same. Set boundaries. Once upon a time, in a quiet town, lived a young woman named Maya. Maya was kind, talented, and had a passion for writing. She spent hours crafting stories that inspired and moved people. Her life was peaceful and fulfilling. One day she met Liam, a charming and ambitious man who quickly became the center of her world. They fell in love, and Maya felt she had found her perfect match. However, as their relationship deepened, Liam began to overstep Maya's personal boundaries. At first, it was small things. Liam would borrow her belongings without asking or change her plans without considering her feelings. Maya, wanting to keep the peace, didn't say anything. She convinced herself that these were minor issues and that she could overlook them for the sake of love. But as time passed, Liam's behavior became more intrusive. He would read her private journal, criticize her friends, and even make decisions about her career without consulting her. Maya felt increasingly suffocated and lost, but she didn't know how to express her discomfort without causing conflict. One evening, Maya attended a workshop on personal growth. The speaker, an elderly woman with a calm demeanor, spoke about the importance of setting boundaries. She said boundaries are not walls to keep others out, but guidelines that teach people how to respect us. Maya had an epiphany. She realized that by not setting boundaries, she was losing herself and allowing her values and needs to be overlooked. Inspired, she decided it was time to have an honest conversation with Liam. She explained how his actions made her feel and expressed the importance of respecting her space and decisions. Maya was nervous, but she stood firm. Surprisingly, Liam listened. He hadn't realized the impact of his behavior and was willing to make changes. They worked together to establish clear boundaries, respecting each other's personal space, time, and decisions. Over time, their relationship grew stronger, based on mutual respect and understanding. Maya found joy in her writing again and felt more empowered than ever before. Maya's story teaches us several valuable lessons about setting boundaries. First, know your limits. Understand what is important to you and what makes you uncomfortable. This self-awareness is the foundation of setting effective boundaries. Second, communicate clearly. Be honest and direct about your boundaries with others. Use I statements to express your needs without blaming or accusing. Third, be consistent. Enforce your boundaries consistently. If you waver, it sends mixed signals and can lead to misunderstandings. Fourth, respect others' boundaries. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect. Honor the boundaries of those around you, just as you expect them to honor yours. Schedule personal time. Our story begins in a bustling city where a young woman named Emily lived. Emily was a dedicated professional, working long hours at a demanding job. She was also a caring friend and a loving daughter, always putting others' needs before her own. Despite her busy schedule, Emily used to enjoy painting. It was her passion, a way to express herself and relax. But over time, her responsibilities grew, and her personal time dwindled. Emily's days were filled with meetings, errands, and social obligations, leaving no room for her beloved painting. One weekend, Emily's friend Sarah invited her to a wellness retreat. Reluctantly, Emily agreed, hoping it might offer a brief escape from her hectic life. At the retreat, Emily attended a workshop on the importance of personal time. The speaker, an experienced life coach, shared a powerful message to give your best to others. You must first take care of yourself. Scheduling personal time is not selfish, it's essential. The words resonated deeply with Emily. She realized that in her effort to be everything for everyone, she had neglected herself. Determined to make a change, Emily decided to reclaim her personal time. She started by setting aside 1 hour every evening to paint, no matter how busy her day had been. At first, it was challenging. There were always emails to answer, calls to make, and chores to do. But Emily stayed committed. She communicated her new routine to her family and friends, explaining the importance of this time for her well-being. Gradually, Emily noticed a change. The hour she spent painting each evening became her sanctuary, a time to unwind and reconnect with herself. She felt more relaxed, happier, and even more productive at work. Her friends and family noticed the positive change and supported her decision. Emily's life transformed. By scheduling personal time, she rediscovered her passion and found a balance between her responsibilities and her own needs. Her story teaches us a valuable lesson: taking time for ourselves is not a luxury but a necessity. Emily's story highlights several important lessons about the value of scheduling personal time. First, recognize the need for personal time. Understand that taking time for yourself is essential for your mental and emotional health. It's the foundation for a balanced and fulfilling life. Second, prioritize yourself. Make personal time a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Treat it as an important appointment that you cannot miss. Third, communicate your needs. Let your family, friends, and colleagues know about your personal time. Explain its importance and ask for their support and understanding. Fourth, start small. If you're struggling to find time, begin with just 15 minutes a day. Gradually increase this time as you get more comfortable prioritizing yourself. Stay connected. Our story begins in a quaint town where a man named James lived. James was a kind-hearted and diligent man, always focused on his career. His job demanded a lot of his time, and as he climbed the corporate ladder, he found himself increasingly isolated from his friends and family. James had a close-knit group of friends from his childhood and a loving family that lived nearby. However, the demands of work made it difficult for him to stay in touch. Gradually, phone calls became less frequent, and gatherings were often missed. His friends and family noticed his absence but understood that he was busy. One evening, after a particularly stressful day at work, James sat alone in his apartment, feeling a profound sense of loneliness. He scrolled through old photos on his phone, reminiscing about the happy times he had spent with his friends and family. He realized how much he missed those connections and how disconnected he had become. Determined to make a change, James decided to reconnect with his loved ones. He started by sending messages to his friends, apologizing for his absence and expressing his desire to meet up. To his relief, they responded warmly, eager to catch up. James also called his parents and planned a visit. When he arrived at his childhood home, he was greeted with open arms. The familiar warmth and love of his family filled his heart with joy. They spent the weekend reminiscing, sharing stories, and simply enjoying each other's company. As James rekindled his relationships, he felt a renewed sense of happiness and fulfillment. He realized that staying connected with loved ones provided a support system that no career achievement could replace. The laughter, the shared experiences, and the emotional support were invaluable. James made a conscious effort to balance his work and personal life. He scheduled regular meetups with his friends, called his family more often, and even organized family gatherings. His relationships flourished, and so did his well-being. He found that he was more motivated and productive at work, as his heart was full and his mind at peace. James's story teaches us a valuable lesson: the importance of staying connected with our loved ones. James's story highlights several important lessons about the value of staying connected. First, prioritize relationships. Make time for the people who matter most in your life. No matter how busy you are, relationships are essential for emotional support and happiness. Second, communicate regularly. Regular phone calls, messages, or video chats can keep relationships strong. Even a short conversation can make a big difference. Third, be present. When you spend time with loved ones, give them your full attention. Quality time is more important than the quantity of time spent together. Fourth, show appreciation. Let your friends and family know how much they mean to you. Small gestures of appreciation can strengthen bonds and foster deeper connections. Reflect on your values. Our story begins in a vibrant city where a young woman named Lily lived. Lily was a successful marketing executive known for her creativity and dedication. She enjoyed her job and was proud of her achievements. However, amidst her busy life, Lily felt a growing sense of dissatisfaction and disconnection. One weekend, Lily decided to take a break and visit her grandparents in the countryside. Her grandparents lived a simple life, surrounded by nature and close-knit community. It was a stark contrast to Lily's fast-paced city life. During her stay, Lily's grandmother noticed her restlessness and suggested they take a walk through the fields. As they walked, Lily's grandmother shared stories from her own life. She spoke about the importance of living according to one's values, finding joy in simple things, and staying true to oneself. She said, "Lily, sometimes we get so caught up in what we think we should be doing that we forget what truly matters to us. Take time to reflect on your values. They will guide you to a fulfilling life." That night, under the clear, starry sky, Lily sat with a journal and began to reflect on her values. She wrote down what was most important to her: creativity, family, integrity, and personal growth. She realized that while her job provided creative outlets, it often compromised her time with family and her personal principles. Inspired by her reflections, Lily made some changes in her life. She set boundaries at work to ensure she had more time for her family and herself. She pursued creative projects outside of her job, which reignited her passion. She also became more mindful of her decisions, ensuring they aligned with her core values. The changes weren't always easy. There were times when she faced resistance at work and moments of self-doubt. But by staying true to her values, Lily found a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. Her relationships improved, her creativity flourished, and she felt more connected to herself and her purpose. Lily's story teaches us a valuable lesson. Reflecting on our values is crucial for living a life that feels authentic and meaningful. Lily's story highlights several important lessons about the importance of reflecting on our values. First, identify your core values. Take time to think about what truly matters to you. These could be principles like honesty, compassion, creativity, or family. Second, reflect regularly. Make it a habit to periodically review your values. This can help you stay aligned with them, especially during times of change or challenge. Third, align your actions. Ensure that your decisions and actions reflect your values. This alignment brings a sense of integrity and fulfillment. Fourth, make adjustments. If you find that certain aspects of your life are out of sync with your values, be willing to make changes. This might mean setting boundaries, changing habits, or even shifting your goals. Communicate openly. Our story begins in a small town where a man named John lived. John was a kind and hardworking man, dedicated to his family and job. He was married to Emma, a loving and supportive wife. Despite their strong bond, John often found it difficult to express his feelings openly. Over time, small misunderstandings began to pile up. Emma would ask John about his day, and he would respond with brief, vague answers. When he felt stressed or upset, he kept his feelings to himself, believing he didn't want to burden Emma with his problems. Emma, on the other hand, sensed his distance and worried that he was pulling away from her. One evening, after a particularly tough day at work, John came home feeling overwhelmed. Emma greeted him warmly, but he responded with a curt reply. Hurt and frustrated, Emma decided to address the growing distance between them. She gently took John's hand and said, "John, I feel like there's a wall between us. I want to understand what's going on in your mind and heart. Can we talk openly?" John looked into Emma's concerned eyes and felt a pang of guilt. He realized that his reluctance to communicate openly was affecting their relationship. Taking a deep breath, he began to share his feelings. He talked about the stress at work, his fears, and his worries. Emma listened patiently, offering support and understanding. As John opened up, he felt a weight lift off his shoulders. Emma's empathetic responses reassured him that he wasn't alone in his struggles. She shared her own feelings, revealing how much she missed their deep conversations and connection. They talked late into the night, rediscovering the intimacy and trust that had always been the foundation of their relationship. From that day forward, John and Emma made a pact to communicate openly and honestly. They scheduled regular talk time where they could share their thoughts and feelings without judgment. Their relationship grew stronger, built on a renewed sense of trust and mutual understanding. John's story teaches us a valuable lesson: the importance of communicating openly in relationships. John's story highlights several important lessons about the value of open communication. First, be honest. Honesty is the cornerstone of open communication. Share your true feelings and thoughts with your loved ones, even if it feels uncomfortable. Second, listen actively. Communication is a two-way street. Show genuine interest in what the other person is saying and listen without interrupting or judging. Third, create a safe space. Ensure that your conversations take place in an environment where both parties feel comfortable and safe to express themselves. Fourth, express empathy. Acknowledge the other person's feelings and perspectives. Empathy builds connection and shows that you care about their experience. Communicating openly is essential for building strong, healthy relationships. It fosters trust, understanding, and a deep sense of connection. Remember, honest and empathetic communication is a skill that can be developed with practice and patience. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories and tips. Until next time, communicate openly and nurture your relationships with honesty and empathy.